What's up, everybody? This is Zach, the Nerd Cave here. Sorry, that started a little late. Hopefully everything sounds good. As soon as I jump in the game, let me know how it sounds. Glad that you're here. Let me know that you're here by throwing your name into the comments. Tonight we're going to be playing something a little different. I haven't done a playthrough of this. I've watched somebody play this a long time ago, and I was looking for something to play tonight, and this kind of just stuck out to me because there was really nothing that I wanted to play. And then I saw this, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to play this. So if you haven't ever watched any of the Stanley Parable, it is a very interesting and different game. Not like most games that you see or anything. It's very story driven, which is why I really love it. But it has its own twists and turns, and every decision you make changes the story. And I know a lot of games tote that as their selling point, but the Stanley Parable does it in such a humorous way that I just fell in love automatically with it. I know me and Amy watched it a few years ago, Markiplier play it, and I just wanted to play tonight, just something a little fun, something that isn't going to take a ton of time, because I thought about doing like the Walking Dead Telltale game or one of their Batman games, but I didn't want to sit here and play those, and it'd take a really long time to get all the way through that. So I just wanted to do this. I'm sharing right now, so go ahead, guys, let me know that you're in the comments by throwing your name in there and saying, hey, I'm here, Zach, how are you doing, and all of that. Let me know where you're watching from. Always love seeing where everybody is. Not that I'm going to hunt you down and murder you or anything like that, but always love getting to meet people, getting to know more people, because I kind of think of this as a, like, we're all sitting on a couch, or all playing a video game together, and we're just kind of hanging out like friends. That's how I look at all of this. So I hope that your week is going well. We're planning a lot of awesome stuff coming up this weekend. We're going to be recording a ton of stuff. I see Alan just... We heard you. Oh, yeah, because I had posted this a few times. We're going to be recording a ton of stuff this weekend for Nerd Cave Gaming and everything, if you're watching over on the YouTubes. We'll be having a lot of new stuff for our channel. We're going to be doing some multiplayer stuff with the 4 of us that are on the Nerd Cave and everything. So as I'm sharing, go ahead, guys, let me know that you're here in the comments. We're fixing to jump in. Hope your week is going well. Let me know as well what you're playing right now. What are the games that you are into? Because I'm always curious to see what people are playing, because we're all a little bit different. I know I'm huge into story games, RPGs and everything, but somebody might be into more shooters and all of that, or you might be into multiplayer games. So let me know what you're playing in the comments below. We're about to jump in, so don't miss out on that. I know you're just seeing this guy talk right now, but I am fixing to jump in right this second. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully I can see everybody's chats. I think I have everybody's up and running. So let's go ahead and do it. I'll scoot my monitor over so I can see a little bit better, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be turned a little bit, but it'll all work out in the end. So if you don't know, guys, if the first time you've watched any of our stuff, welcome. My name is Zach. We do weekly live streams. We do 2 a week, and tonight is of the Stanley Parable. You can see that we're playing that up there. If you prefer to watch... If you prefer to watch on YouTube or Twitch or anything, you can find us over there. We have awesome YouTube stuff going on. We also have a lot of cool things going on over on Twitch.
This is a story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Hey, Tyler,
He
thanks
sat
for
at
watching.
his desk in room 427, and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at the desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them.
That sounds like a fun.
This is what employee
I can't see you.
427 did
I'm right here,
every
Elaine. I'm
day,
not sure what you're talking
every
about.
month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley
Yeah, I would hate
was happy.
this job. That's my
And then
biggest
one
thing.
day, something very peculiar happened.
I would want
Something that would
to
forever
rip my
change
eyes out.
Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized
Nearly
that
an
not
hour.
one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh Lord,
No one
Stanley's
showed
going to go
up to give
crazy.
him instructions.
Stanley's
or
gonna
a
start
meeting,
murdering people.
Or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, it's a little sensitive. So, as it goes through, the narrator is going to be telling the story, which is probably one of my favorite parts of the game. So guys, as you come in, let me know how
Stanley
it
came
looks,
to a
sounds,
set
and
of
all of
two
that.
open doors. He entered the door on his left.
The door on his left. Alright, so we're gonna play by the rules right now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Alright.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Tips are not
decided to go
getting
up to his
fired.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So, here's some ways using slide to assure that employees that everything's sure. Yep, don't ever put red. Everyone is unique, you most of all.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back
Alright,
on
we're
track.
gonna leave the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So you can either follow the instructions, or of course you could go against them. So that's kind of how this game all works. So right now we're playing.
Stepping in.
Oh, did I break the game? I accidentally stepped out. I didn't know I could do that. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna go back downstairs, I guess. Alright, yeah! No narrator to tell us what to do. Ah! Okay, well this did not go as planned. Nothing is going as planned. Guys, let me know if everything sounds good and if everything is okay. I think I broke the game. I'm just closing. I'm seeing if the narrator's going to wake back up, because I think I killed the game. Alright, we're going to begin the game again, because apparently I did something totally wrong and messed everything up. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All right, this time
Stanley
we're going to go
decided
against
to
the
the
grain
meeting
here.
room. Perhaps he had simply
All right.
missed a memo.
Going to be a little stinker here. This looks a little different. Yes, this is different. That's like a totally different room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
No, we're going
he
to the
entered
right.
door on it. This
We're going
was
to the
not
right.
correct way to the meeting room.
No, it
and
wasn't,
Stanley knew
but
it
we're being
perfectly well.
rebellious.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
That's what we
admire
wanted to do. You knew exactly what it was that we wanted to do, Mr. Narrator, man.
Yes, truly a room
It
worth
is.
admiring.
Look at it.
Really be
Look at
worth
that
the
leaf,
detour
everybody.
after all,
That
just
is
to
a
spend
beautiful
few
leaf.
moments here in this immaculate,
It's a beautiful leaf.
beautifully constructed room.
Beautiful.
Stanley simply stood
water.
here, drinking it all in.
Oh, we did. Look at that. So cold drinks. Although it said soft drinks. Just coffee. Anyone want a cup of Joe?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that he, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do we go first door on the left, or do we defy him even further? I think we defy even further.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible it wasn't 5 years ago.
All right. Let's go. Let's do
Look,
it.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
All right,
There's
we're
someone you've been
gonna
neglecting,
jump down
Stanley.
here.
Someone you've... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I
Yes.
don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
I will give you a chance, sir. I will give you a chance. Here we go. What are we doing? I feel like I'm gonna get like beat up down here.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
We're walking through the blue. Blue's my favorite color.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked
No,
through the red
No,
door.
I didn't misunderstand.
I still don't think we're communicating. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the
Yes,
entire
it
story
was
I'd written
worth
out
it.
specifically for you? Do you not
It was.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I love it.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
Okay.
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to stop
Oh.
you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here,
Let's do it.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park.
Okay,
this
well,
time.
let's see.
Let's
Let's
take
see
a
if you've
look.
knocked it out of the park here. We got a leaderboard here. All right, we got 3 doors. We're going to go 3 doors down.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
I'm good.
Let me boot it up.
So, of course, it throws me from the beginning again.
In this game,
oh,
baby
Lord.
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Oh,
it's a very
okay.
meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to
I love that this guy's like so... I'm good. Alright, this time I won't just watch it burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because
no, it's not because I hate babies.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
I've broke
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
I broke the narrator.
My game was so awful. Why don't we play someone else's game just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
All right, so now we're getting loaded into another game. Oh God,
well,
no!
Is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired, a game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
I can't do anything. I've never wanted to play Minecraft in my life.
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where's it at?
This will go here. No, here. And then...
Okay. So he's just building a house?
See, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off...
A door.
It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
I don't feel inadequate at any reason.
You've seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
What if I don't step inside? What are you going to do then, Mr. Narrator Man? I can't step inside.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond,
oh my God.
Everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
No, how about let's pretend that we did, and... Oh my God. Is there like something that's going to kill me down here? Because that would be awesome.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nope. Nope, I have not brought a light. Just gonna crawl down here and hope for the best. I hope for the best here.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the
what is that
couldn't
sound?
save this one. Okay, new game.
Alright, so now we're getting a new game. We're probably going to go back to the Stanley Parable. Maybe. I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
So now we're playing Portal, everyone. Let's go get the,
It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
It is my forte. I am amazing.
Genius.
Now if I can just get the gun, we'll be good to go.
Actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these.
Ha! Suck it! Suck it! I can't see anything. I really can't. It's so dark. What's going on? Up, we're in a corridor now. Okay, okay. Alright, what's going on? I can barely see. It's so dark on my screen. Like, I can't tell what's going on. Hold on. I gotta like get some. Okay, apparently we're gonna just gonna hope for the best here, I guess. Okay, I think I'm making my way downtown, guys. Just bear with me. We're gonna just keep. There we go. We got a light. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a deuce. Deuce, not a douche. Wrapped up like a deuce. Another rolling in the night. Hello. Hello. How do I get over there? Is there a door? I feel like there's something I'm missing here. I'm trying to see, but it is really dark. And now everything is black.
What he found. If what he wanted.
What is going on? What is going on?
He's gotten it down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
Oh, apparently
Someone who will
I need
wrap
him now.
up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I bring into this world. Oh, yes.
No.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Oh.
The end
we'll be
will
back,
here
everybody.
Soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Sounds like me. I can wait. All right, so now we're getting back to the beginning. Apparently, the end is never the end. All right, so we've now.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
We're now in a different office.
Perhaps he had simply missed. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Okay,
left.
we're gonna go with what he wants this time. Here we go. Cooking in the kitchen. Doop 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 doop. We're gonna play it straight this time because
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
tips
to go
for
up
not
to
getting
his boss's
fired.
office,
Talk less.
hoping he might
Do
find an answer
unbelievable
there.
work. How to solve a dispute. Let it ball up inside you. Resent the coworker for not supporting you more. Taking it out passive aggressively against them. Yes.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
See, that makes me want to just sit here and see how long he'll let me go into this room.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so we're gonna go up this time. We won't, like, cause everything to, like, be weird. Because last time we did something to cause, like, oh, I'm stuck. Here we go.
Stepping into his manager's
All
office,
right.
Stanley
Nobody's
was once
here.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Looking
but his
behind
attention was
painting.
caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
Yes.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I love this game. Like, I mean, he's reading it, I'm putting it in, and, like, automatically is, like, punishing me because I'm doing it out of order. I'm doing it faster than he wanted.
Stanley calmly walked
Oh, Lord.
forward into the
Oh, Lord.
passageway.
This is not healthy. Oh God, I don't think this is going to go well for me. Do not think this is going to go well. We're going down. This looks disastrous. Disastrous at best for me. I think we're going to die. I think we're going to be, like, murdered and worn like a glove. And everything is going to go down.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I
It was a
can
stirring
imagine.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
Because
question
you're not
would
being
go
brainwashed.
unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, but this says escape. Escape. Right there. Escape. Mind control facility. Escape. Mind control facility. Escape. Mind control. Escape. Mind control. I'm gonna follow the narrator this time. But I don't think it's going to end well for me.
The lights rose on an enormous
Oh,
room packed with television
Lord,
screens.
child.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't think this is going to be good. I do not think this is going to be a good thing for me.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Lord.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, clearly here.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
427
time?
is
Was this
right
the
there.
only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Dang.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, Bradley, I agree. Oh Lord, this is only going to go
No.
bad for me.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
Something
in
about
someone
a
else's
pirate over
control?
there. I can't read that.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof,
Lord.
the heart
Oh,
of
Lord.
the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded
Oh,
from
God.
this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Boom! Turned it off, son. Bow! There we go. We finished that. That's one playthrough. I think they give, like, there's several endings to this, so that was one of them.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No, it's never over.
Yes. He had won.
Oh,
he had
wow.
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still
Hey,
remained unsolved.
RP Anonymous.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as
I'm sure we'll
streamed
get some
into
of
the
those.
chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Look at that.
And that was
Beautiful
all he needed to know.
outside
It
world.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
It's my favorite
Feeling
mellow
of
trumpet.
liberation.
Nice. John, how are you
Immense
doing?
Possibility of the new path before him.
Doesn't it feel
This
good?
was
Liberating?
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
It was.
And Stanley was happy.
So that's one ending. We completed two endings so far. Achievement, beat the game. So we beat the game. One way. This is the Stanley Parable, John.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
I'm sure. I'm sure this is what I've... Yeah. Yeah, I try to put that up there
Stanley came to
now.
a set of two open doors. He entered the
Just so
door
everybody
and-
knows what I'm playing. So this time we're going to do the escape one, the escape
Yet there was
one.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Do
Stanley
unbelievable, amazing
decided to
work
go
all the
up
time,
to
every
his
day, with no
boss's
expectation of
office, hoping
promotion.
He might find an answer there.
So earlier I've been going into the broom closet over and over, and now he's locked up my broom closet because I keep messing with him.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, walking downstairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Oh my God, I'm in a loop.
Maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a
Oh,
single
Lord,
moment
I've created
for
a
no
loop
reason
here.
At all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he...
Where is my feet?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that
No.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
They
simply
are
repeated.
pretty familiar.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
Yes,
This is all
that
a
must be
dream.
it.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't
No, not
crazy
at all.
after all.
No.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above.
This is awesome.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps
because
the
it's
strangest
real.
question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
I don't know why I
I'm
just keep
dreaming about a voice
walking
describing
around.
me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
I'm just going to keep making the
Was Stanley
loop.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Wow, that's some
Now,
deep
hearing
stuff
the
right
voice
there.
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After
So
all,
guys, if you're
he
just
was
joining us, we
certain
are
beyond a doubt
playing the
that
Stanley
this was, in
Parable.
fact, a
Hope
dream.
your
Did the
night
voice
is
not see
going
him
well.
float to make
Let
the
me know
magical
that you're in
stars
the
just a
chat
moment ago?
by
How
throwing
else would the voice explain
and hello
all that?
in the
This
chat.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So
Let's
he
do it.
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
No,
The
this
press
is
of the mattress on his back.
this is not going to go
The
well.
fresh air of a world outside.
This is not going to go well. This
Let
is
me wake
not
up,
going to go
He
well.
thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish
Yeah,
it to be over.
let's do that.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Yes.
It's all I want.
Apparently, that's all I
my
want.
apartment and my wife. And
I have
my
a wife,
job.
apparently.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Mm,
My life is normal.
No,
I am normal.
no,
Everything will be fine.
no. Let's not do this.
I am okay.
I love the narrator. I think that's my favorite part of this game.
Stanley began screaming. Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh my God.
Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh my God, this game is so freaking
This is
good.
the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on
Oh
this
my
particular
jeez.
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Jeez.
Then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange
Jeez, this is
He was
dark.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
This is
she
some
thought
of
to
the
herself how
darkest
lucky
humor
she
that you could
was to be
probably
normal.
get involved
I
in.
am sane.
Not the
I
darkest.
am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was
God.
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time
Jeez.
for this, so it was only a moment that
It's
she
so
stood there,
true.
staring down at the body.
It's so
And then she
true.
turned
That's the
away.
problem. Most people go through life thinking that like everything's going to be okay. I'm not saying that it's not going to be okay. The end is never the end. All right, let's do it to it.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
jump.
co-workers.
I just got an achievement that I can't jump in this game. What's going on?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
No, we're not
he entered
going.
the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting
Yes,
room,
we know.
and Stanley
We know.
knew it perfectly well.
Gonna break
Perhaps
him.
he wanted to
We're
stop
gonna
by
break
the
him
employee
now.
lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Everything is gonna be okay. Thanks a preview show.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, so now we're gonna go to the escape route.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
Yes, you
realize that
are.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stan. What? Really?
Yeah,
I was in the
suck
middle of
that,
something. Do you
narrator.
have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad
Yes.
to happen to you? Why?
Yes, I am.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do.
Did I go
want
the
to
wrong-
help
I think
you,
I went
to
the
show
wrong
you
way.
something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove
Okay,
that
so
I'm on
we're gonna
your
go through the
side.
red door this
Give
time.
me
We
a
did the
chance.
blue door earlier.
Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh,
Gave you a
thank
chance.
God, you are willing to listen to me.
I am.
You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want
It's
it to
just a
stop.
square.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
It just loads me into a new game. Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself,
We're doing
if you
it.
die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
We're doing it.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Oh,
I didn't die.
thank God. You lived. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I'm going back down. Just calm yourself, son. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. We got this. We got this.
See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving,
I'm just messing with
we
him.
just have to stop moving.
I almost want to go back in there and do it again, but I want to see what is if the game's going to stop here or not. I don't think it does. All right.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
We got to
Do you
reset the
just
game.
not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
You know everything, narrator. But you're just messing with me. This is all a game.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, not at all.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Like,
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
it's like whoever did, I can't remember the guy who did the voice of the narrator. So good. So good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it be?
So now we're kind of like
Stanley
back at the
decided to go
beginning.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so going to the escape, we need to go. So this is different. We've got a little bit different of a room here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Instead of going into the mind control room, we'll go to the escape room this time and see what that gives us.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Okay. Get the voice actor to be our Met. That would be. Yeah, maybe that'll help. Okay, so we've been able to. Okay, I don't know what this does, but yeah, here we go. It's even saying Stanley. It is a weird game, Bradley. It is a weird game, but it is so good. Are we just gonna... I think it would have just kept going. Like, we're on the same floor. Yeah, we're on the same floor. It doesn't go anywhere. Let's go around here. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Okay.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay. Bro don't want to play. Let's see how this is going. Narrator's just going through the motions here. Alright, so we're getting loaded. Hopefully it won't load me into... Okay, so here we go. Alright. So we got this
Stanley walked
mind
straight
control
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
You know,
instead... At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. We're doing that. I don't advise jumping to your doom. Okay, so here we go.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley
Have you seen Mark? Yeah, I saw Markiplier a long time ago play this.
Narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, Lord. Aha!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every
Yes,
bone
this
in
game
his
is
body,
on Steam.
killing him
I'm actually
instantly.
playing on my PC. I wasn't killed. I
And
wasn't
yet it would
killed.
be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Wow. So it's almost a commentary on like life itself. Like even when you start, your clock's already going. That you're already working on you being dead. Kevin Brining, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of a development. These are clips from early texts that were not used in the final game. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this world. Perfect example of all level design.
Employee lounge. Huh. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like an exhibit to the game and everything. So it's kind of like Easter egg heaven, I guess. That's the freedom ending. We've gotten that one. One of the deaths from the early versions of the countdown ending. Freedom ending. We've already got that one. See, I haven't done the countdown one yet. Because I turned off the mind control machine. So, I haven't done that one yet. There's my office. All its entities right there. Just kind of checking everything out. Interesting. Very interesting. The apartment timer. Huh. The cargo lift. Alright, I guess we'll restart this thing. Let's do one more play through the story. I want to try to get like all the endings. Like I don't remember them all at this point in time.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Boom.
Can you see?
Just like that.
Can you see how much they need one another?
Mm-hmm.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
It gotta be.
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Dead. Boom. Yep. Gotta go 30 minutes early compared to what I usually do. So we got one last playthrough. This time... I don't know. So I had to go to the quit menu. I don't like listening to the narrators.
This is the story.
Wait, no.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I'm checking. Somebody trying to follow me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Go on and go
this
this
was
way.
not the correct way to the meeting room.
No,
and Stanley
we
knew
know
it
this.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This time, instead of jumping over
Look,
there,
Stanley, I think perhaps
we're
we've
going
gotten off on the
to
wrong foot here.
go over here.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Remember the
I
keyword
realize that
precision.
investing
Yeah,
your
I know.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Have I?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Says 427.
Is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay.
It's 427.
there we go.
That's my cubicle
All right, now,
number.
I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha.
Dang.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a life?
Wow.
They want to commit their life
Wow.
to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a
Dang.
job that demands nothing of
Dang.
him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what
Jeez.
he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming
Dang.
back to work. One might
This
even
game must
feel
have taken
sorry for
incredibly
him,
long
except that
calculating
he's
everything the
chosen
player
this
might
life.
do. Yeah. Like,
But in his
they put a
mind,
ton of time in, and
in his mind, he can go on
Like, it-
fantastic adventures. From
There-
behind
I'm
his
only
desk,
scratching the
Stanley dreamed
surface
wild
of what's going
expeditions into
on.
the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
God, this guy's being brutal.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Dang. Is this all in his mind?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind.
It's
each
good
door.
that there are more endings because I would like to see
That his
more playthroughs
decisions
of
would
this.
mean
Yeah,
something
that like
was almost too wonderful to behold.
I'm only just like barely hitting the surface, so
As he
like
wandered through
I
this
probably will
fantasy
do
world,
more.
He began to fill
of
it with many
these.
possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in
Oh,
his
my
head,
Lord.
he relived it again.
So,
and
like,
then again and again, over and over.
the
wishing
more
beyond hope that it would never end,
buttons
that
we
he might
press,
always
the
feel
more this
free.
becomes my office.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The
Dang,
longer he
this is like the
spends here,
saddest
more
one, I
invested
think.
He gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
We're just going away here. I hope you're enjoying tonight's stream. It's definitely a different stream than I've ever done. But just because it's got so many different like endings to each one of them and everything. So I hope that you've been enjoying it. I know I've definitely been enjoying it. I don't think anything's going to happen if I don't hit the button. It's almost been a minute since I've hit a button. I want to hit this button just to get this to start over. I do. I really do. I'm going to hit the button. After a minute's over, I'm going to hit the button if the guy doesn't say anything to me. The narrator. Just waiting here. Just waiting. Sitting, waiting, wishing. Jack Johnson song. Like, I wonder how long someone has actually waited right here. It's like, I'm not hitting this button. I'm not doing it. Not that I'm going to do that tonight. Okay, we've clearly went more than a minute.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
Like she said, these are...
Well, maybe this time
these two are
see.
connected.
Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Like, this is so, like, just so mind-boggling and, like, all this stuff. And the end is never the end. Like, look, it's a totally different office. You got all this crap
wind
here.
blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Papers everywhere. Everywhere.
When Stanley came to a set of two
All right,
open
let's do
doors, he entered the door on his left.
This will be the last one for tonight.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
I
to
missed
his
my
boss's
broom
office,
closet.
hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
I missed my
boss's
broom
office.
closet.
Here's the door, just go.
Not even trying anymore, Jeeves. I don't know why I called him Jeeves, but... So, instead of going the escape route, we're going to go back to the mind control place, and we're going to actually turn on the mind control because I think it will give us a different ending than what we have had already. So, here we go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Let's turn on the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Strength. We do have the strength to find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
427
Each
right
bore
there.
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's one that's like a... It says pirate on...
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
Oh,
true.
it's true.
Had
It's
Stanley
true.
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept his own life in someone else's control.
Something
Never.
pirate. I
It was
can't see that.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I got a woman.
But here was the
Well,
move,
the town.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
So we got
content.
one here, we got
walking,
two.
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
See what's
cold
up
reality
here.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine.
I think I've got an idea. I think we've got to be able to-
power over another
4
human life.
is up
For
here.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
4's up there. 1 and 2's by each other. So there's 1 and 2. 4's up top. Ooh, what is this? Five's right there. Five is right there. Where's 3? Where's 3? I need to find 3. Like I'm wanting to see where all of these are before I hit any buttons. Like any other buttons. Does this sit over here? Yes, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So I think we got this figured out, everybody. So 5 is the last one, I hope. We're gonna turn it on this time. Let's do it. Let's turn it on. We're gonna own everything.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star.
We got this.
It's your
We got
story
this,
now.
everybody.
Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is
I hope
much
this is how we
better
do
than
it.
what I had in mind. What a
I
shame
hope-
we have so little time left to enjoy it.
I hope.
Mere
I don't know if it
moments
will.
until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I
don't know if
where
like
to
doing 1, 2,
start.
3, 4, 5 is going to actually
What's
do
You'd like to
anything.
know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good
Yeah, I'm
mood.
not sure if
They're
it's-
die anyway.
if it's gonna
I'll tell
do
you
anything.
Exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Erase them.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
I'm not sure.
Other times, I let the office sink into
What's
the
going
ground,
on?
swallowing everyone inside.
not sure.
Or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite
I
rich.
don't
Just
know.
hate to see it go. But I'm sure
Oh my
whatever
God, I don't know what to
come up with on
do.
the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm
Yeah, I think
enjoying this
everything's
so
gonna-
much.
everything's
You know
gonna blow
what?
up,
To hell
everybody.
with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear.
I don't
me,
know how
what's
to
the
do
matter,
this.
Stanley?
I don't know how to do it.
No idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now.
No.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have
I've
any
hit
idea
one.
what your purpose in this place is?
I don't know what to do.
You're in for quite a disappointment.
This is no good.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Dang.
See you made humble.
Dang.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
I
Will
think
you cling
I'm going to see if I can go
desperately
turn it
forever?
off.
Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Dang. Boom, son. Boom. Ah, well, there you go. That is the Stanley Parable. But the end is never the end. Like I've told you once before, or twice before, or 3 times, is it? Huh. Well, if you enjoyed this Let's Play, this live stream, whatever you want to call it, let me know in the comments below. Hope to see you next time. We're going to be streaming on Tuesday, which is actually our year anniversary over at Nerd Cave Gaming. So, again, guys, yes, we went out with a bang. So, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing more of this for sure, just to get some more of the endings and everything. So, hope you have an awesome weekend. Keep safe. This has been Zach, and have a week.